Hello everyone, my name is Ragamuffins and welcome to my channel. ShockRods is a fast-paced 6v6 or 12-player free-for-all arena shooter that draws inspiration from the kill or be killed shooters of old, with over-the-top weapons, explosions, and insane mobility. You pilot a ShockRod, a vehicle that is combat ready, and is up to you to get the perfect weapons to deal death and destruction to your enemies. ShockRods has 4 game modes at the moment: Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, and Ball Mode, which is reminiscent of Rocket League, but with quite a bit more chaos. ShockRods also has a few different areas to fight in, such as a wooded area with water and cliffs, and 2 separate battle arenas for the ball game and deathmatch game modes, with more maps to come with further development. When you start the game, your garage consists of 3 ShockRods: the Mule, the Dreadnought, and the Shark, which as far as I can tell have no battle advantages. They just look different, and there isn't a stat page to let you know if there are any inherent differences in terms of abilities or speed or anything of that nature. Moving on to customization, ShockRods has pretty good customization right out of the gate to make your ShockRod look unique in game. From taunts to paint, wheels, and decals, there's a whole host of ways to make your ShockRod look and sound different from the rest. Although it doesn't seem that the decals have made it to the beta. Once you've selected your body type, you can dress up your ShockRod any way you like, with my personal favorite coming through in the taunts, where you get to pick the sound effect as well as the visual to further troll the enemies you just put in the dirt. There's quite the arsenal of weaponry as well, which reminds me of Quake. There are rocket launchers, Gatling guns, freeze rays, and my personal favorite, the grenade launcher, which is really good in deathmatch when enemies are grouped up and fighting. Just throw a few nades in the mix and watch the carnage unfold. ShockRods also has an in-game currency called CC points that you earn as you level up, but I don't see anywhere to spend them. There isn't a shop yet. I'm sure there will be when the full release hits the internet. You can earn these points from doing daily challenges, as I've completed a few here, which is always a plus. And I have a few thousand points, but I have no idea whether that's a lot or not very much at all. Time will tell though. Alright, now onto my impressions. Starting with the menus. They're just rough. They feel, kind of basic. It feels like you're selecting from a developer's toolkit rather than a fleshed out menu made for the game. But that'll get better in time, I'm sure. It's just a beta. Developing the rest of the game and making that fun should be the priority, which I'm sure it is. And also in terms of customization of your ShockRod itself, I'd really like there to be a section for engine sound. This is just nitpicking, but all the ShockRods, no matter which one you pick, they all sound the same, kind of sound like RC cars. Not a huge deal, but if that was an option as well, I would not hate that. Also in the menu is an option for recording gameplay that comes turned on by default. I'll bring that up for you now. I'm not entirely sure how much this affects performance, but it seems like I was getting more FPS when I turned this off. It's kind of like recording demos from way back in the day for those of you who used to watch your own demos or demos of pro players. I played versus AI and actual people, and the games were fun, but PvP versus bots is always kind of lame. And as it stands, with the player base being as small as it is, you'll find a lot of your games will have AI filling the empty spaces on your team. ShockRods doesn't give you tutorials or hints on guns you pick up. You just have to try everything out, but you get the hang of which guns do what pretty quickly after 2 or 3 games. I enjoyed the combat. Shooting feels like an old school arena shooter with the type of weapons you get to use. A few others, like a giant electrical field that you can shoot at your enemies to slow them and do damage over time. Also, the movement is dope, with thrusters that can send you forward or sideways by hitting shift by default, and the classic double jump to help you get across large gaps. I couldn't find a game on an NA server, so I played all my matches on EU West servers, and somehow my ping was only 40 or so ms, and I live in the southern United States at the moment. That's pretty good. Didn't feel laggy, didn't rubber band once or lose connection in my 5 hours of game time. The game runs really well and isn't very demanding in terms of hardware, with the minimum the game is looking for is a i5-7400K, 8 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 1050. I played on an AMD 1800 and an NVIDIA 1070 Ti. ShockRods is also pretty lightweight, clocking in at a tiny 5 gigs of hard drive space. Overall, I think this game has potential. It's fun, chaotic, and if you're the type of player that likes to carry your team to victory, there are opportunities to do just that. For as wild as the game looks, there is aim required, as some of the strongest weapons available need precision, and there really aren't any I win type guns that you lose to no matter what. The game is in beta at the moment, and you need the key to get in. Green Man Gaming was kind enough to give me quite a few, and I'll be giving them out on my stream at dlive.tv/ragamuffins over the next couple days. The beta runs from April 25th to April 30th. If you choose to download the free beta version, you'll get 50% off the full release. Come by my stream, get yourself a key. And that's it. I would like to thank Green Man Gaming for getting me into this beta, and you for watching. Raga signing out.